What's up? What's up? What's up, good people? Let's get some people up in. Good afternoon, good people. Let's get this thing popping. Mike.
What's up, man?
Yes, sir.
Had to find a conference room somewhere. It's so windy out here, man.
Hey, man. How Florida treating you?
We in Alabama. We went to Florida for the weekend, and we came
Alabama? Oh, this what's up?
to Alabama for the beach. Yeah, wife planned it out. So yeah, the kids with the Nintendo world,
Yeah,
and after that we came to the beach that Sunday. Go down to the beach. Florida's crazy. I mean, it's a lot of drive. I would not recommend driving from Little Rock to Orlando, man, at night, 14 hours. It was crazy. But we did it though. We got it done. Shout out to Ashley, man.
yeah. Shout out,
I
shout
got
out to the wife.
I got off work around 3 or 4, man. We hit the road, man. We probably got around about 4, and
Yeah,
then we got I think in Orlando probably was about 8 or 9 in the morning or something like that. It was crazy.
that's what's up.
Yeah, we
That's
just
what's
we
up.
laid straight through. We laid off each other.
I'm glad y'all had a good time though. Well, having a good time.
Yeah, we still, man. We won't even be back till Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we won't be back to the touchdown by Sunday. So
That's what's happening. That's what's happening. Let me see something.
I tried to catch some of it. I know I've been on vacation, been running everywhere, but I tried to catch some of it, man. That's what's up, man. Which one you had? Deja or Deja? Which one?
I had Deja. Yeah,
Deja. Okay, yeah, that's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Deja and another one of my friends.
Yeah, she was on there last time, was she? Yeah, the other one was she on there last time?
Mm-mm,
Oh,
nah.
she. Oh,
She was on the episode season one.
mm.
A few episodes in
So
season
you
one.
just doing Facebook? You're not doing YouTube or nothing. You just doing Facebook?
Mm-mm, no, no, no. I'm keeping on Facebook for a little while,
Okay.
and then I'm eventually do another night of the pod strictly for TikTok.
Mm. Okay.
So that's a whole nother phase that I'm trying to do.
Man, being in here got me looking at this wall like, man, I need to make my studio like that. I need to make like a little wall.
Yeah, I like that.
Pretty sweet, man. I'm like, yeah, I need to do that at the crib, man.
I like that.
I
I
like it too.
I
I
got
like
it.
it
That's
too.
dope.
Man, I like it too.
Let me see. We can go and get this thing started, bro.
All right, cool. Sound
Uh,
good. Something like
this is this episode last week was for the ladies.
that. Mm-hmm.
This episode is for the fellas. So I have a few topics that we're gonna do tonight. Um, the pressure to be strong and never show emotions as men.
Mm-hmm.
Loyalty versus respect.
Mm-hmm.
Staying consistent when motivation fades. Building confidence from nothing.
Mm. That was good. You got some good topics, man. That's pretty good.
Turning pain into purpose. Lessons I learned too late.
Mm.
And brotherhood versus competition among black men.
Mm.
So we can start with the pressure to be strong and never show emotion.
Um, I I know for me, um, I don't look at it as pressure. I understand that the world has double standards. I understand that it is what it is. I understand when you sign up to be a provider, there are certain things you just don't have the luxury to do. Um, you can show emotion, you can do those things. It don't matter, but it's you have to find out for yourself how do you resolve issues and leave them where they at, right? And that's individual based. I can't tell you how to do it. You can't tell me how to do it. But at the end of the day, we both have to do it, right? And that's why it's important to build that relationship with God because there are things that God can show you through the Spirit of God that man can't show you. Only God can show you that.
Those are facts.
But sometimes we want to ignore that or we feel like, it's not as prevalent. But I'm telling you, it is. Anybody that's listening, the Spirit of God, the Holy Spirit, can give you wisdom that you can't even fathom how to resolve stuff. But you have to believe, like it's individual based. You know what I'm saying? So because it only becomes pressure when you worry about what other people are thinking, right?
That's true.
But when you understand when you become a man, your health is you have to maintain your health mentally, spiritually, and physically. You're responsible for that, right?
Yeah,
So every choice and decision you make can either get you closer to being healthy and sane or get you closer to crashing out. You have to look at it that way. Some people say you overanalyzing, and I would tell them I would rather overanalyze and be wrong than to not analyze and crash out. So
yeah. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it too. I
yeah.
feel like just another stigma, or not even stigma, of it's just how generations of black men was raised
Hmm.
to not show emotion.
Right.
Uh, but ultimately, where do that emotion go? If we can't show it, it's gonna come out in
It
other ways.
it it,
That's
it,
how I
it
feel.
depends. I think it depends on how you process it. Um, like for me, I didn't really show a lot of emotion, but I don't get angry like that either. It would have to be some extreme, like. But it's kind of like if you have an empty cup and somebody pour water in it, um, like spiritually, how do you process that and get rid of it? So when the next round of water come, you can take that, right? There is a way, but everybody individually, it just depends on how you process. Some people can't believe that you can't get angry, like, but the Bible says, "Be angry and do not sin." But if you know that you, if you know that you can't be angry, or when you get angry, the crash out comes with it. How do you keep yourself from just getting angry? Like, because if you get angry, it's gonna crash out gonna come, right?
Yep.
So you have to find the wisdom of conquering yourself, right? You have to conquer yourself. I believe that you can not show emotion and not lash out on people, but you have to have a mechanism within yourself that you have to control. When I say your mind is your most powerful tool, you can do anything you put your mind to. That's just me. You can do anything you put your mind to. You got people out here putting their mind to stuff that deviant stuff that's crazy. You be like, man, how in the world they do that? But they put their mind to it. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And that's what I say to anybody. You can do it and that's the thing. Things happen in life. You're gonna face unfairness. You're gonna face double standards. You're gonna face hypocrisy of people doing stuff that don't want being done to them. You have to find a way to not let this stuff become personal, right? I told my wife this one time. I think I was talking about this last week. I wonder, don't let your traumas traumatize you. Imagine if you had three boxes. You had the box from like 0 to 10, another box 15 to probably 25, another box 25 to 40. So if something happened in that 15 to 25, can you leave it in that box in order to move on and not carry that weight? Now, some people gonna say they can't, but I'm saying, is it worth carrying around that weight until your later years when you could have forgave and let it go? Leave it in that box because it's
Right.
not worth, carrying that extra weight. Um, kind of like football. You see them put the weights on the sled. How many weights can you pull efficiently? And I feel like you're about to pass out. You know what I'm saying? Because just for your health, some people don't realize like there are people blood pressure high because they're holding on to stuff that happened 15 years ago.
Right.
And you got to ask yourself, is it worth my blood pressure? You know what I'm saying? Is it worth my
Nah.
mental to hold on to something that happened, 15, 20 years ago? I'm not trying to tell you how to feel. I'm just trying to give you another way of looking at it, right?
Yeah.
That's that, that's the thing. That's how I look at this. Health is important, man. Like if you start losing your health, it's hard to get it back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Once you go down that slippery slope
yeah,
with the health.
and the best way I can say it when you're talking about the pressure, right? Is when you go to the Home Depot, the lumber is pressure treated, and the question is, will you let God pressure treat you, right? Because when you're pressure treated, that means you can withstand the elements because you're pressure treated, right?
Yeah.
That's what studs do. They just stand outside. They take the rain, sleet, snow, and they stay in their um, part of holding up the structure, right?
Yeah.
So, as a man, sometimes you have to understand that sometimes you got to hold the line, and it may hurt, it may not feel good, but that's part of the role that I signed up for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it may be uncomfortable. You have to learn as an adult. Sometimes you have to learn how to make uncomfortable comfortable. You're learning something new, you know what I'm saying? So because people gonna try you all the time. I don't know if you ever gonna go through life and somebody not gonna disappoint you, somebody gonna do something that you don't like, somebody don't offend you. They may not even be trying. They just doing what they do.
And
But
just
it
doing
may
what they
not be
do.
your cup of tea. And you got a choice at that point. Am I gonna let take that personal and carry that? Or am I gonna find a way to work within that or get around it? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. That's felt.
yeah.
That's the most perfect way to put that, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, because like I say, these ain't, sometimes people ask these questions. It really ain't no 5 minute, kind of thing. You just learn this over life, you know what I'm saying? I wish it was just a 5 minute answer, but everybody look at stuff different. I've been there when you're younger, you're a little bit more, you're a little bit more with vitriol, you're a little bit more, ready to roar, you know what I'm saying? But as you
Yeah.
get older, wisdom come in, you start looking at stuff from like a diplomatic standpoint, you know what I'm saying? And I
Yeah.
always
This.
say, young boys,
This.
the race stuff, before you even get to the race, before you get to the unfairness, before you get to double standards, you better make sure that you're solid first before you delve into the extracurricular stuff, or you'll get thrown off because you don't know who you are and where you stand. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You got to know where you are and where you stand,
Yeah.
because if you don't, is you losing before you even would start.
Losing before you even start, man. Yep. Yep.
Well, that's felt. So, how do you feel about loyalty versus respect?
When you grow up long enough and you understand humans, these words sound so good
Yeah.
until things are tested. Um, I think people are loyal as much as they can be until something happens or till the flame hits you, and you will see how people are loyal. I think that you can only expect a person to be as loyal as they can be. Like I don't expect you to be 100% loyal. If you are, that's amazing. But as I've seen through time, people will be loyal to you until something horrendous happened, and then whoa, I can't, I can't endorse that, or and everybody has a definition of what loyalty is, right? Um, even if there are some people out there, even if I go in or I do some malice to people, harm people, you still should be loyal to me. You know what I'm saying? And it just depends. It's like a nuanced thing, man. It's kind of weird. Respect is to me that word has gotten a lot of people killed. That word has gotten a lot of people in jail, and that word it automates a lot of people's decision to do crazy stuff based on respect, right? Instead of thinking, because you disrespect me, now I got to do this. You know what I'm saying? And when you get older, and let's say you do something different, it's not bad. It's just different than what everybody else is doing. But they don't respect it because they don't even know what you're doing, right? So that's why I don't get caught up in it. Because a lot of times it be people that's around you that they don't really know what you're doing, but they'll say they don't respect it, but they don't even know what you're doing. They don't even take the time to even know. Like
Right.
somebody might not respect you doing this, but they don't even know what it takes for you to do this. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I don't really get caught up in the whole respect thing because some people look at it from a street level, which they don't translate everywhere. Some people look at it from a corporate level, it don't translate everywhere. Some people look at it in the spiritual level, it don't translate everywhere. Sometimes respect and loyalty is kind of tied in. It get blurred a little bit because you're a part of the clique, so now you respect it more.
Right.
Where if you're more somebody like me, I'm not everybody cup of tea, so I might not be respected more because I roll, you know what I'm saying? Like outside of my family, I'm kind of like Wolverine, you know what I'm saying? I'm not into the whole, I don't have no problem with it, but I'm not in the fraternity, I'm not in the society, I'm not in any of those things, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Outside of talking to you and my bros and family, I'm solo almost, you know what I'm saying? Um,
So
but
if you had to choose loyalty or respect, which one would you choose?
that's a good question. Um, I think loyalty probably shows a little bit more trust because you can respect somebody and not trust them. We see that in the streets all the time. Whether you respect somebody through fear or from their reputation, but you don't trust them at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Like I respect you, but I'm not gonna be around you long enough for you to do something to me.
See,
Versus,
that's why I feel like I would take respect over loyalty.
mm,
Because if you respect me, that's going to garner some type of loyalty, regardless.
I don't know, man. Because some people, I don't know. I've seen it. Some people they act like they respect you, but they're not loyal. They'll still steal from you, but they respect you though. It's weird. You just see different humans act different ways, right? Because to be honest with you, I really don't too much care for neither one of them. But I think um love sometimes is more than because if you love somebody, um you will treat them with respect and loyalty if you love them.
You will.
But if you don't got no love, there's some people that's vicious and they're loyal, they're respectful, but they'll still murder you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because some
they're
killers,
still,
man, they are some of the most they'll kill somebody and go to McDonald's, eat a Big Mac, and go home and play with the kids like nothing ever happened.
yep,
So I think love kind of is above both because, like I say, even in jail, it's all about respect. But if somebody would shank you, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
fair.
Both of them in jail, respect and loyalty. So those are two real words, though, man. It's kind of weird how those words work, but it
That's
depends
fair.
on two people involved. So,
Okay, so how do you stay consistent when your motivation fades?
mm, I think you got to know what you're good at. You got to know what fits you. Sometimes we all, as humans, we go through up and down phases. Sometimes um, finding things to be consistent at. Like I know for me, you probably know this, like doing stuff at church
Yeah.
when I first started doing that. That really helped me find my identity spiritually, like as far as being consistent at multiple things, because I do that in my job as well. I didn't even realize I did that, and, but finding things that fit you and be consistent in those things. Like I'm not gonna try to be something that I'm not. Like and that's gonna tie into what you talk about later with competition, but finding those things that you're good at and not allowing somebody to try to change who you are, as long as it's not negative, right? If it's positive, if it's guided, God guided, um, I would stay consistent at that, because if everybody was the same, it would just be vanilla, right? But when you talk about different puzzle pieces and stuff, in order to do that, you have to know who you are, because everybody has an idea of what they think you should be, but they not you, right? You
Right.
know, but you have to realize that even when you go out and make your own decisions, your results speak for themselves. Good, bad, or indifferent, and you have to be able to evaluate. What are my results right now?
Yeah. I think when with how I handle for me, uh, alongside what you said, uh, well, for me, I know I have a, especially when it's something that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
That's when it will kick in,
Hmm.
my like that extra gear
Right.
to stay consistent.
Hmm.
Uh, that's what I'm trying to do with this podcast,
Right.
and I learned some of that from you.
Right.
How you stay consistent with your podcast.
Yeah.
Uh, just finding ways not to burn myself out for
Right.
one.
Right.
Uh, yeah, it's a lot of things that you can do to keep yourself afloat.
Yeah, you have to be comfortable as a man. You have to be comfortable multitasking. You know what I'm saying? Some things I do, um, because I think I'm more of a systematic person. And once I find something that I like, to me, I'm not like the most passionate person in the world. I just like just doing stuff, right?
Yeah,
And then if I'm doing five things and then I stop doing one, I might have to fill something else in that slot, so I won't lose that edge. You know what I'm saying? Um,
right,
and then I have to prioritize what my energy, like what, like family, church. Like on Saturdays, I can't be up late because I have to be at church at this time, right? Friday, I have to spend time with the family because Saturday morning I have to do this. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But I can say that when I had a bunch of idle time, it just seemed like it just wasn't productive. But when you're multitasking, you feel more productive, right?
Yeah,
And I think something God gave me, they mess with me about it all the time. They always say I'm like intellectually privileged. It's funny, but being able to really connect the Bible to real life situations, or can make a general scenario of how something would go, or how things can happen based on things that I saw. Instead of mentioning people names, I can make a scenario around that whole thing.
right.
And
I think.
yeah, because like I said, I grew up in a very unique environment when I was a teenager. So, you know, I did what every other teenager do. You imagine you see dudes on gold days, you want to hustle and stuff, but God put me in a situation where I grew up around it and I could see the whole picture instead of just seeing the rims, and the
Yeah,
girl. You see dudes going to jail for 10-year stretches and coming home, and you hear a dude say, "Man, I don't know what else to do. That's all I know." You know what I'm saying? And they end up, getting back in the game. But seeing those things, seeing dudes having to make those automated decisions because somebody robbed them. I got to do something back because if I don't, my reputation is done. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, they try to clap back. Oh
yeah.
boy,
Sometimes you ain't got no choice. That's why I tell you, you want to play the streets, man. It's a weird game, man. It ain't gonna be nice to you. You know what I'm saying?
okay. Let's see. We get building confidence from nothing.
Oh yeah, you have to do that. I mean,
I think that's what everybody.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I think if you're, how can I say this? If you're raised to be social and depend on other people for feedback, it will be tough. But you got somebody like me, like I built mine probably the wrong way, but that's what I did, and it just when you try something and it works, you try it again and it works, you refine it and it works even more. Um, you start building that confidence, being able to patch a lot of good decisions together and it starts stacking. Good decisions start stacking. You start to build that confidence. I mean, when I first started coming to church, like, I mean, I'm starting from zero. When I first started coming, like, I don't have no family to go there. I don't have,
Yeah,
it's just, what I'm saying, me and my wife before we had our kids, it was, what I'm saying, and I had to build my spiritual confidence up, and I had to find something that fit me, right? Um, doing the yard work, um, and you can ask anybody before I came there. I wasn't really too thrilled about doing yard work like that. You know what I'm saying? But it became something that learning how to be consistent and what makes me different is even when I'm up there cutting grass, I'm having conversations with God about things like vision stuff like that. And one thing he showed me that he said that CEOs know how everything go from the ground up. Didn't even think about that. They know everything. They know how most of the things work. So, but you have to watch through observation, learn through observation, right? Learn
yeah,
through discernment things that I'm telling you, and then think about what you think could happen. And then when it happens, you can understand why I'm giving you the discernment. Because sometimes discernment can, the spirit can give you predictions of things that could probably happen. And then when they happen, you say, okay, that's why you showed me this, based on what you showed me, doing the audio, right? I just
Mm.
went up there, Nobody asked me to go up there. I just went up there, you know what I'm saying? And that was when I was doing it with Woody. But yeah, I didn't know, Woody was going to end up leaving, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know that, but it just happened. And what it did was because I'm not a person that can just sit. Um, because my brain, I disconnect easy. I mean, but you think I'm there, but my brain would be somewhere else.
yeah.
But doing the audio, I have to pay attention to so many different things. But that's what works for my brain. Like I have to think about who got the mic now, who holding the mic up, who holding it down. Do they even know how to turn the mic on? Probably not. Even though they probably been there for 10 years, you know what I'm saying? They still know
Mhm.
how to turn the mic on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
find those different things. Even with Sunday school, open the Sunday school, close the Sunday school, learning how to do that's another skill, right? You can learn different skills to build your confidence up in church, but people just don't look at it from that angle. But I think, once you learn how to be consistent and then you start adding to that, like multitasking, being consistent in multiple things, you start building that confidence that you can almost do anything if somebody give you grace to learn it, you know what I'm saying? So,
that's real. That's
mhm.
real. What's up, Tony? Yo,
Yo, what up, though? What up, Mike?
What's up, man? What's up,
Yeah,
man?
you got it.
Boy got the Muslim glasses on. I see you, baby. Got the fresh out glasses on.
boy, dude, crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Tony, yo, what we talking about right now is building confidence from nothing.
Mm.
How would you go about doing that? How did you go about doing that?
Uh, building confidence from nothing.
Yeah,
Well, it took a little while for me, but um, I think I started with I think I started with book smarts,
Yeah.
but eventually it went into sports because being book smart and going through certain things. Like, okay, I'm smart, but I'm like, ain't nobody paying attention to this stuff.
Yeah.
So I just went in sports, and it was like it built a different type of confidence. Like when you smart, people be like, you about to get bullied during that time anyway. But
Right.
Yeah.
but that's what I did.
I mean, I think everybody's going to experience the social spectrum. That's what I call it, the social spectrum.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like unpopular one side, then it's maybe popular the highest.
Yeah.
Like I remember when we was younger, we used to move around, and I used to get picked on when I was younger, probably like fourth through probably sixth grade, something like that. Um, because I moved around and have a crew. I was just moving around, you know what I'm saying? And I had to look at it as I can't control my environment or where I'm at, right? And I could fight every time. But like my principal told me one time, she said, you could fight every time, but then you're gonna end up turning into them who
Right.
you're fighting.
Right.
So it's like a riddle, right?
Hmm.
And but I didn't hold on to that. That was just a period of time in my life, right? I couldn't control who I'm around. I can't say, can you just take me to the school where everything's magically fine? It just don't work like that, especially at a public school. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then I remember like when I was in school, I wasn't popular to talk to girls like that. I didn't really even reach success in that until I graduated. I was because I was working and stuff, but I was talking to older women at 17, 18 years old, you know what I'm saying? Not the best thing to do, but like I told you earlier, you start talking to one, you start doing these different things and it works. You start getting the result. It's almost like playing sports. I didn't play sports, but it's almost like playing sports. Like the analogy, you
Yeah.
run this play, you get 10 yards. You run this play, you get 5 yards.
Mhm.
If you're aggressive, you run
Mm.
this play, you may get a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Just what's in your playbook. But the more that you get success, the more you build that confidence. You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, okay, I know these plays work. But that's why I was telling y'all about, some curves like practice squad, you try plays out that you wouldn't try on your real quality players. You try this out on practice squad, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then you think, okay, it works here, so now let me try with the quality. Okay, now quality control, it works with the quality, so now I can add that to the playbook. Is the right thing? Absolutely not. But I'm just telling you how I did stuff. So maybe a
Yeah.
little weird. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how like how I was brought up, I was just been around older people the whole time. Like I wasn't a kid that they would be like, get that kid away from here. They were like, that little joker's smart. He know what he's know what he know what he's doing and all this. And it kind of it kind of messed me up a little because I'm like I've been around older people my whole life.
Yeah.
So my how I look at people is it definitely wasn't the same. I'm like,
yeah.
okay.
And then corporately, I would say when I first started working, I used to work regular jobs like work at Subway, work at McDonald's, stuff like that. You have to build your confidence up and realize that this is not forever. I'm not gonna work at McDonald's for 30 years, you know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna happen. It's
Mm,
more to me. It's more to me than working at McDonald's. But if you don't tell yourself that, nobody else, they're not gonna tell you that at McDonald's.
Sure
Hey,
thing.
you know what? You should, you're not, you're more than just flipping burgers. No, they want you to flip burgers, you know what I'm saying? Because so they can make their money, right? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So and over the years learning that it's more to me than working at Walmart, pushing cars, even though I like pushing cars because it was the easiest thing. I used to always pick the easiest jobs,
Mm,
but what I found out was it didn't pay, right?
yeah.
It don't pay as much. So
No.
and then with marriage, right? A lot of people, they have mixed reviews about marriage, but when everybody starts at rookie level, everybody, That's what you got to realize.
Mhm.
Everybody.
Mhm.
And sometimes older people are telling you they started rookie. They don't directly tell you that, right? But when you realize like there's no way you can be fully prepared. It's kind of like the NFL. You can be fully prepared for it, but you just gotta have a mindset going into it. Like no matter what happens, I'm gonna stick with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
gonna do my part.
Yeah.
And you have to really develop yourself and go from rookie to what's the
Yeah.
next word? Rookie to before you get to veteran, you gotta go rookie. All pro. You want to get to all pro. That's your goal.
All star, all
All
pro.
star.
Right. The rookie, all star, all pro, all that. You want to get to those levels, regardless of if the other person wants to or not. It's individual. It's two individuals. You're coming together, but y'all have to develop. Like I can't tell my wife how to develop as a wife. She can't tell me how to develop as a husband. But it's our jobs to go to that all star level, you know what I'm saying, all pro level. And then as we develop, the marriage bond grows stronger as well. But
Yep.
because when you're a rookie, you don't understand. You want things to go a certain way because you don't have the wisdom enough to know that you're dealing with another person that wasn't raised like you, that didn't grow up in the same environment as you did, and they probably didn't grow up in the same neighborhood as you did, so they whole thought process is totally different from yours. You know what
Totally
I'm saying?
different.
Yeah. And you got to find out as a leader, you got to find out how to coexist and make that work, though. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, that's fair. Let me see.
Young Tremere, I got to get you about that nonchalant, nonchalant mode, man.
what's wrong with that?
Nothing. There
What's
ain't nothing
wrong
wrong with
with
it.
that?
There ain't nothing wrong with it.
To my me?
Yeah, I got to get you out that nonchalant
Oh no, I'm
mode.
not nonchalant. I'm processing, bro. I'm thinking.
Yeah, computing. Yeah.
Everybody don't want a short circuit, man.
Hey, well, what you mean? What you mean?
Everybody don't want a short circuit, man.
Yeah.
Let me see. Turning pain into purpose. Ooh wee. Boy, I
Yeah.
feel like I've done that my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, probably all of us have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Turning pain into purpose, man.
Mm.
I know for a fact after I go through something, boy, it sparked something else it sparked something else in me that
Yes.
pushed me to the next level. It's like after I stop talking to Shorty or I lose this opportunity, or it boosts me to a whole nother level,
Mm.
which kind of made me think
Oh,
like maybe all this was supposed to happen in the first place.
Mm.
man, I wish that we could watch that movie and they wouldn't ding us for it. Like if I did, like I might try to see what happens, just see what they say. But if anybody, I'm saying for me, I learned this from just like when I watch movies, I can just form like how it relate to life, right? Yeah, I'm saying Bloodsport. I'm telling you, it's
Oh
one
yeah,
of the best movies that relate to life, right? I tell my wife this all the time. Like Bloodsport, before he went and fought, he had to train with his Shidoshi first. He had to train with Tanaka first,
right.
and it was rougher than when he actually went to the blood. When he actually went and fought in it, it was rougher. He was rougher on him. And what I'm saying is, it ain't that you're not gonna feel pain. It's when it come, how you handle it. And some people never really got trained in the blood sport of life. Like you didn't ever had that kumite to kind of get you right. Like some people, when you watch them when they're fighting kumite, they can tighten up and take a hit to get 3 or 4 hits. That's kind of how life is. Sometimes you got to be able. You remember when he sat at the table, he had the
Yeah,
blindfold on him, and he swung at him and he caught it.
caught that thing real quick.
Why you can't be like that spiritually, right? Or mentally, like when you're dealing out here in the world, you have to be guarded like that. You can't always be surprised. At
Mm-hmm.
some point, you got enough experience. Like like when I see stuff on social media, I'm just not surprised as I used to be. Like people trying to do stuff for clicks. They want the virality. They want the uprising. until it happens, right?
That's what happens.
You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? But um, pain's gonna happen though, like either with race, dealing with the opposite person, like dealing with women, pain, like women, they'll try to make men as the victim, but I've seen men deal with get pain be brought on them by women many a times, right? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And I can tell you some crazy stories, but I'm not gonna do it. But
Yeah.
um,
Why not?
pain, huh?
Yeah, why not?
Some people, man, don't want to relive those moments, man.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. Yeah,
And that's the thing. Like I can say the stories I try to talk about without saying people's names, but it'll probably be still so close.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
think about how you write it, so it won't sound so
Yeah,
crazy.
just out of respect. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you.
But it just goes to show you that, like, you're gonna experience pain, like whether you want to or not. Just about how you deal with it, right? It's kind of like playing sports. You're gonna sprain an ankle. You probably gonna jam your finger. It's just all about how you're gonna deal with it. Work
Yeah,
different, like what I'm saying.
yeah.
I got a
That-
question for both of y'all. So, uh, how in a few ways, how did you turn your pain into passion,
never pleasure.
purpose? Turn the pain into purpose.
Um, turning turning your pain into a purpose. You know, it's almost like a childlike thinking. You know what I'm saying? Um, I know I experienced a lot of pain early on in my life. So yeah, I had got so locked in to never being, never having to feel that again
Right.
until there's something that's until it was something that was out of my control.
I got you.
The pain that I had to go through, or even went through, or other people might be going through, like you can be able to see where they about to head towards, just how like they talk and be like,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, you going through something right now, and I don't know if anybody ever told you that, like you going through some kid, not you. I'm just saying, like
Yeah.
this is when you get to talking to people,
Yeah.
and you don't call them kids, hey, boy, I know you about to go through something, and something that you probably ain't even ready for. You turning you turn it into purpose when like I used to have dreams and stuff, right?
Hmm.
And when I say I had dreams, and then it'd be like, dang, deja vu, deja vu. When stuff getting to turn into deja vu a little bit more than you expect, you find you didn't found your purpose. Like, okay, dang, I'm where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah.
Not where you think you're at, but I'm where I'm supposed to be. And it's gonna be a time that you be like, dang, I ain't look at it like that. And you didn't help somebody really redirect their whole life.
Your
You
whole
know?
life.
And in the meantime, you didn't help them redirect their life to get on a straight path. Why you going through a whole bunch of other stuff? You be
At the
like,
same time.
yeah, during the same time, like, damn, I didn't look at it like that, but dang, it happened. But that's like one. It's just one of those little small things I say. Like that's how I turn my pain into purpose. Like even while I'm going through it, I could talk to somebody else to get them through what they not even ready for. And I'm like, dang. And they'll come back years later and be like, man, I appreciate that. And you probably wouldn't even remember it like exactly like that, like how vivid they remember it.
Yeah, I've been there before.
Yeah. I know for me, I always try to let people know. I even tell myself this all the time when it comes to pain, because it's not, you can't avoid it. It's gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be passed over. You're gonna be rejected, or you're gonna be misunderstood. Um, gonna be somebody don't understand what you're doing, so they'll look at it the wrong way. And I choose it for me. It's a choice. Like God showed me this a choice. I either can hold on to it or I can let it go. Because if I hold on to it, two things gonna happen. Either I'm gonna crash out, or I'm gonna internalize it, and it's gonna affect me in some way, health wise, right? Or I could just let it go and leave it where it's at, and I don't gotta worry about neither one of those things. But that's just how I look at things. Because when you're dealing with people, they may not even know because they've been doing it for so long. They may not even know that they causing you pain, right? They don't even know that they're being offensive. They don't even know that they're being disrespectful, right? You know, one thing I told Rayla about doing audio. I told her don't let the faces throw you off
That's real.
because there are people that's they've been doing this for years and they still do the same stuff, but they'll look at you when we don't even mute none of the mics. If the mic not on, guess what? You gotta turn it on. Oh, okay, okay. And I told her they're not gonna come. They're not gonna come and apologize to you either.
Oh no,
So why take it personal? You know what
that's real.
I'm saying? But that's the thing when you're dealing with people out here, right? You have to find a way to process it and let it go because sometimes I process pains like they don't really understand what. Like if you don't understand what IT is, you're not gonna know what I do. I could tell you all day till you blow in the face. You just not gonna know, right? And
You're
I'm
not
not trying to
gonna.
be like I'm trying to say I'm better than somebody. I'm not. I'm just trying to say why am I gonna nerd out and really bring this to you when you don't even really know what it is, right? You know what
They're
I'm
not
saying?
gonna. They're not gonna
Like
get it.
there are people right now they still think that I work on computers. Man, I ain't worked on computers in years, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't done that in years, right? I can still do it, but it was
Yeah,
they don't understand like I'm leveled up. I'm not. I wasn't gonna stay there just working on computers, man. Please, yeah, you know what I'm saying? But and people have these weird ways of doing things. They don't realize they cause pain, right? The people, man. You're gonna meet them in life, like whether a person's racist, right? They don't realize that their bigotry and their attitude can cause pain to people. But if nobody never says anything, they're gonna keep doing it. But here's the part about being a man, like you say, when you become a provider and you're providing for your family, you have to always keep yourself in position to where you can provide for your family. And sometimes to do that, you might do uncomfortable things, right? And people always say, why don't you say nothing? Because if I say something, I might lose my job. And I just messed up my number one thing is to provide for my family, right?
yeah.
And you have to weigh these things. You can say something, you can lose your job. You may feel good about it, but guess what? When those kids are hungry and they looking at you to provide, do you want to be in that situation?
That's
And
true.
I hope most dudes say no, but everybody's different, right? And that's why I don't get caught up in the whole group think and all that stuff. People say, "Well, this happened, I'm gonna do this." Man, you don't know what you're gonna do, right?
You don't know.
And when you out here in the world, man, you have to really find. You got to be pressure treated, right? That's what we talked about earlier. You got to be pressure treated, right? Like wood in Home Depot, like the 4x4s. You got to be pressure treated because everything is not right. The world is not right, right? And you gotta find out how to coexist in this world. That don't mean I have to do it just because everybody else is doing it. You know what I'm saying? And have you ever saw Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah.
In order for him to get to the freedom, he had to crawl through the tunnel
Boy,
with the boo boo in it. Sometimes you gotta do that in life, man.
for real.
And it may cause you pain. You're gonna throw up. It smell terrible. But do you want to get to the light at the end of the tunnel?
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
sometimes God is trying to show you something through pain. He's trying to build you for something. And if everything was good, you really wouldn't be built for nothing. I'm not trying to say I wish pain on anybody because I've experienced my pain, but I always look at it, what are you building me for? It's got to be for something. It's not for nothing. It's
Gotta
got to
be for
be
something.
right.
Well, I know that ultimately the pain is supposed to, like you said, build you up, but it's supposed to like, propel you to the next thing. You
It's
know,
perspective. Yeah. This is all about your perspective, how you look at
it's
it,
all
right?
about your perspective.
Because, like I say, empathy is cool, but it's not going to. How much empathy do you want, right? At some point, you have to. Once the empathy's um, there, now it's up to you as an individual to take that next step, right? To go into their purpose.
Right.
Empathy, some people just want empathy and they don't want the solution or like, hey, we gotta work through this, right? And that's when you tell young guys, right? Instead, it's when you tell a young guy, don't have a kid early, he think you judging him. No, I'm trying to keep you from having to be a provider before it's time to be a provider.
That's true.
Because everything changed when you become a provider. You sacrifice time. I mean, on vacation, right? Right now, I can tell you this right now. Every morning we come down, they got free breakfast, right? Me and my wife, probably me more, um, because I want to make sure my kids is in care of first, right? So my son want a waffle. I wait in line, or if people there and make him a waffle, make my daughter a waffle, make sure wife's straight, then I'll eat, right? That's provider kind of mindset. I ain't gonna just take my family down there and say y'all on your own. I'm gonna make me something you sit down and eat, right? But how many dudes built like that, right?
Yeah, it's not a lot.
And I'm not trying to brag. I'm just trying to give you the mindset of being a provider, what you sign up for at that altar when you make that vow. You know what I'm saying? Because it was, you know what I'm saying? People in here hurt my heart, man. There's families here, when multiple kids, no father there, it hurts your heart. This woman got to, raise 5 kids and try to go on vacation with, no male presence or whatever.
Yeah.
That ain't easy, you know what I'm saying?
No, no. Nah.
Yeah, and like just to piggyback off what you said, like I was one of them kids. You know what I'm saying? Like we ain't always go like every spring break or every summer or before school.
For sure.
We ain't go to them places. Like just because I can do it now, it's cool. I it's cool because I can do it. But what showed me a little bit more, um, a little bit more empathy, because I really like I really have a certain type of love for like, hey, that kid got it. Let me pour into him
Yeah.
because like it comes with what's that? The spirit of discernment. Like
Yeah.
when the
That's
certain
real.
stuff happens, like oh that kid got it. He just ain't got what people think
Yeah.
or what the parents can provide. Like damn man, what showed me a little bit more. It was like my third grade teacher, third maybe fourth grade teacher.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, worst first. It was her first year out of college, and she had some of the worst students. At least that's what they said.
Right.
At least that's what they said. It was like they had some of the worst students. And then I look at it like now that I'm older, it's like every last one of us, almost like 90% of 90, yeah, probably a little bit more than that, but 90% of that class is on a whole different thinking level. I
Yeah.
know it might seem off subject, which it probably is, and people don't realize that. Like, if I go over my friend house, they probably got a two-parent household, maybe a one-parent household, and I'm like, dang. Even if it ain't the best situation to them, it's the best situation for me. Well, I was like, dang, it kind of changed my mindset.
Yeah.
It certain things happen, like, dang, why that? And they'll come back and be like, man, my mom and dad were arguing the whole time. Like, no, I ain't know that. I wouldn't even imagine it. But
I think what I'm saying too is the empathy part. Like, there still has to be some individual, like, after the empathy, right, is given. Like, if you give somebody the game, you pour it into their cup, but they're not using what you pouring into the cup. Like, they're not even
Hmm.
trying to be nice. I'm trying to keep them just saying they just being lazy.
Yeah.
But how far does your empathy go with a person that don't want to use what no the insight that you're giving them, right? And that's the part that I'm seeing a lot of. Like, there are a lot of people, like, they're getting the insight, but they don't want to take heed to it. They're like, I don't know, I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's the
do,
part that I'm seeing that a little bit more prevalent.
yeah. Do you worry so much about the ones that don't get it, or the ones that get it early?
I mean, the ones that get it early, that's awesome, right? And that's cool. That's what I'm saying. That's good. But like we talked about that on the podcast, there are the minority, and then there's the majority, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
The minority is going to get it, right? I mean, we could be considered a minority, right? But the majority, right? Um, and if the majority not going to do it, which they haven't, we can make the argument of that. And that's why the community, we can't align, because the majority don't want to do the work, right?
They don't.
They don't want the financial responsibility. They don't want to control their impulses. They want to go buy the Scat Pack charges, you know what I'm saying? They
No,
want to do those things, you know what I'm
that's
saying?
not the majority, bro. That's
You
not the majority.
It's not the majority.
No, it's not. Like, people get this stuff misconstrued. Like, yeah,
So
it
what's the
look
majority to you? What's the majority to you then? What's the majority to you?
as far as what
Just the community. Like, what do you think the majority?
they want to
What
make it. They want to make it and get up out of certain situations. But once they like, they don't know the tools to, like, okay, we get money.
Hmm.
People get money all day, every day, whether legally or
right?
they going, it ain't gonna be by the books, whatever. People gonna come across money. They gonna get money all the time. It's just what, like, if you gonna speak the game to them and talk the game to them, you meet people where they at. And I always say that, like, you can't speak financial literacy to people that really they don't care about none of that stuff because they already getting money,
It's like we
right?
saying the same thing. We just saying that different way. That's what we.
Yeah, and
What I'm
that's
saying
that, and
is,
that be the biggest difference. Like,
based on what you just said, right? If you say they don't know, my question is, if you don't know something, what's the next step?
the next step is like you can't pacify everybody, right? You can't pacify them, right?
Right, right.
But you have to know how to talk to them to their understanding, not your understanding, not yours,
But we just said that you can talk to them, but if they don't want to
to
do it,
their
what's the next step?
understanding.
But
to their
I'm saying even when you understand, there are people that understand what needs to be done. They just don't want to do it. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
Yeah. I,
They understand what step two is, but I don't want to do step two.
to their understanding. If you gonna go to step two, just tell them like, hey, bro, once you get here, you gonna bump your head. You gonna do all this. Well, I'm gonna just live with it. But that's you did your part.
yeah.
But when you check back with them later on that year, and they still at step one, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, at that point, you have done your part.
Right. But what I'm
Simple,
saying is,
simple.
as a community though, um, let's like hold with the whole college thing, right? We can't even get on the same page about academic education. We just can't. Some people gonna say it's dead. Some people gonna say it's a trap. Some people gonna say it's this. And I'm saying if you go in and pick the right stuff, guess what? It may be challenging, but if you rise to the challenge and learn something that you normally may not be comfortable with, that may take you to a whole other level.
Yeah, they have to.
How much more simple? How much more simple can you make that?
That's the thing. Like what's simple to us, it might be like K Wing student to them. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying if you go to college and you pick something that makes sense according to where you live, it may be challenging, but if you learn something new, that may be your level up right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I,
ain't gonna argue.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not telling you, I'm just saying
No, I ain't
I
gonna
live in Southwest. I'm seeing like I used to be in that majority pool. Like I don't need this, I don't need that, and I had to realize for myself like I had to get out of that pool because I wasn't being productive. I was holding myself back. I was causing myself pain based on my decisions and choices. You know what I'm saying?
argue.
That's real. That's felt.
Yeah,
And that pain was like rocket fuel.
yeah.
Like I need to get out of this pool, man, because it ain't. I'm not gonna thrive. And
So, so can a K Wing student go to Yale? Right?
why do you have to go to Yale? Why you can't go to Pulaski Tech?
That's not what I
He can
asked.
if you meet the requirements. He can.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
Okay, then you got to. Once you know it, like certain things you can know and you be good at. You might not be good at. Like I can't tell you what you're really good at, but I can see it.
You can see it.
Then when I
And that comes back to the majority thing. How many people really know what they good at? If you ask them, what are you good at? I don't know.
they know it, they just don't want to say it. Like I know what I'm
And
really
if you
good
can't say it, what more can a person do then if they trying to help you? You don't even know yourself. That's what I'm
at.
saying. I'm not trying to bash. I'm just trying to the reality of
Like
the two sides of the fence, right? You know
yeah,
Right.
what I'm saying? That's
yeah.
the tough
Like
part.
what people is really good at. The tools might not even be here. The real
Or
tools.
or if it translates to the real world, what you're good at. Sometimes you got to see does it translate, right?
Like
What am I good at something that I could bring value that I can make money off of, right?
Right.
mm,
Like you can be good at painting oil pastel paints and art like this, right? I mean, so like, you can be good at painting them kind of paints,
Right.
but guess what? All right, can you make money off that though? Can you make a salary to take care of your family off that though? You know what I'm saying?
then the real world is
Especially if you got kids. Like some people, you put yourself in situations where you can't even really take the time out to just think about your strategy because the circumstance that you're in. You know what I'm saying? I've been there.
so so money is it so money is the real world, right?
If you want to provide for your family, that's part of it.
Being a
That's part
provider
of it.
ain't just about money.
It ain't about money. It's
But it's
about providing
cool though.
provision. It's about providing, putting yourself in position to provide provision. Shelter costs money. Clothes cost money. Food costs money.
It all like money's cool.
I'm not saying it's all about the money, I'm saying, but you have to get to a place where your value brings money. That's what I'm.
And I mean we basically about to say the same thing, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Y'all, both of
We
y'all
basically
seen it.
about to say the same thing, but it's just
Yeah,
like people that really get money, you know, to those that like, hey man, 100,000 ain't enough, 200,000 ain't enough, 300,000 enough, 400,000, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's never enough.
yeah. I can see
Like
But
that.
see,
money.
for them individuals, just why you have. That's why I was just telling young boy earlier. You have to be comfortable within yourself, so that other stuff don't even bother you.
Yeah, well, that's basically what I'm saying. Like
If
you can
somebody
have the
just,
money, it's cool,
yeah,
but once you like have to really face the world, like everything ain't peaches and cream. You know
we
what I'm saying?
just said,
Once you,
yeah, that's why I just said blood sport, right? Before he went to the Kumite, he had to learn how to take shots in order to give shots, right?
That's
I'm talking
true.
about
Yeah, he
like
got to get hit in the ribs with the bamboo stick. He was
like
getting punched out. He was getting trained in the backyard.
It
You know
was
what I'm
all
saying?
bad.
like
In order
like
for him to do the death touch, he had to go through all that before he can even do the death touch. Palm strike the big dude in his stomach. He had to go through all that training, right? But
and I'm gonna say this, like I love what Mike doing. You know what I'm saying? I love what he doing, especially with a kids.
right,
Yeah,
Like that is dope. And I was like, yeah, my kids would have been totally different. But they'll know like everything about me, like this wasn't a facade.
right.
Like it's just gonna seem like an urban legend. Like, no, I want you to
I
see.
talk to my kids about how it was, man.
Mhm.
I know, I know how to articulate stuff to my kids where they can
Yeah,
understand at the age that they
yeah,
at,
yeah,
right? But I'm not gonna
it's,
tell them the gory details, but
yeah,
crazy stuff. But I can tell them how things led up to stuff. I can articulate that,
yeah,
not afraid. I can tell my wife those things too. Like you know what how God was. Some people just can't believe how I was in my 20s, bro. They just can't. It just don't even seem believable, right?
yeah,
Unless you be around me long enough, then you be like, like my wife didn't understand what selling the dream mean, but then she be
yeah.
around me, she hear me talk to people, she like, okay, I get what you saying now,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, she get it.
You know, so,
Mhm.
um, but
And that's why I always stress. Like that's why, like, hey man,
I wanted to break this.
I saw a little too early.
I
saw
just
a
wanted
little,
to break the
Yeah,
cycle,
fair.
man. I think
I saw a little too early.
I
So
just
I was
wanted
like,
to break that cycle of men not taking their families to church and
yeah,
being that
yeah.
leader that God wants you to be. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah,
I wanted to try that. I mean, I tried all the other stuff, man, but I had to take the Pepsi challenge. With God. You know what I'm saying?
this dude said
We'll,
Pepsi
we'll
Challenge.
try everything else but what God wants us to do. Sometime I had to get out of that, habit of doing that,
Yeah.
and
And
for
one
some
more
folks,
thing, man. One more thing, man. Man, shout out to your parents, man.
yeah, shout out to
Shout out
parents.
to your parents, man.
How you know?
They did right, man. Hey, they did right for real.
Yeah,
They
they,
did right.
they did good, man. I
Yeah.
mean,
You gonna have to find your way
But
to work with
the thing when you talk about pain, man, I gotta say this too. What I think is what's so awesome about you, Tremel, even Peel,
that.
um, you guys can trace your family history back pretty far. I know dudes that don't know past their maternal grandma. They can't go past it. They don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's real.
They don't have the history, like you know what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
sometimes some people don't even know that their family was from a certain place till they see the obituary. Man,
Mhm.
my grandma was from Mount Vernon. Where's Mount Vernon at? I don't even know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
For real though,
And
that's
that's
real.
a reality. You know what I'm saying? But what I would say to somebody like that is, like I say, you can have empathy, but don't let that stop you from
Oh
becoming
yeah.
great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
History is cool, but it ain't the end all be all. Just like with money, right? You still gotta find what your greatness, even if you don't have or you without. You know what I'm saying? Um,
That's real.
what it is. Some people like I said, some people just don't have their history. Like they can't go back that far. So I know some people that don't even know who their grandpa is. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
my grandpa is, you know what I'm saying?
A real
They
grandpa.
really don't
A
know.
real,
They-
yeah.
Yeah, the real one.
You
You know,
know,
no, you real.
you know what I'm saying? You go up in the house full of women, you think the dudes don't think why my aunties and them never been engaged? It's just been all women, you know what I'm saying? And the dudes just come around. You don't think people don't adults don't think the kids don't think these things sometimes, right?
Yeah.
But we do.
Yeah. Like why how can you be 50 and never be married or never a dude don't even want to be around you? But you don't really get it till you start dating and then you see a woman that kind of remind you of that and you were like, that's why. Because the attitude, who wants to be around that, right? You want to argue everything. Everything's a matriarchy, and all this other stuff, and you're a chauvinist and all this stuff.
But
You know,
if
you're
you,
chauvinist until, but they want you to open the door for them. They don't realize that's part of chauvinism. No, serious.
Man,
But people want to pick and choose what they want, like
they
you said,
do. They really
like
do.
built. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it really work like that. You know.
It ain't gonna never work like that.
yeah.
But yeah, my folks, they I had the dose of I really had a proper dose of course, the church life,
Hmm.
but I also had a proper dose of for the longest we lived in the heart of John Barrow.
Yeah.
So
The
I've
heart.
seen it.
The
I've
heart.
seen it.
Yeah.
Like I'm from Twin Lakes.
Yeah.
I done
The
seen
heart.
it.
Oh, you from the lakes.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. So I done
We almost
seen
had
it.
a house there, man. We almost, man. We was so close to getting the house there, but it just didn't go through. It was gonna be like 60 grand when I was working at Windstream. We was for to get that house, bro. We was for to, it was right around the corner from y'all. Those was so funny, but something didn't go through, man. I think it caught on fire and they didn't tell us. They didn't disclose it, but
Yeah.
they painted everything. But they forgot to paint the rafters and the roof. And when the inspector went in there, he seen like you know how when smoke make that little
Hmm.
what they call it, that chafing.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And they didn't paint over it. It just had like the remnants of the smoke on the rafter still.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't dispose it, and we had to end up. They didn't want to finance it. The bank, but yeah, Twin Lakes is pretty cool. But yeah, around Twin Lakes, it's kind of like Yorkwood. It ain't Yorkwood is cool, but it's everything around it. Right?
Yeah. So I know all about Tanya and
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Romine. I know what
Oh yeah.
boy. I didn't.
But
Yeah.
back then, those were the good spots. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Especially, most people that came from this certain area or came up here and stayed in Little Rock.
Yeah.
Like those were the spots.
Let me
And
ask you this.
it was rough though.
Let me ask you this, Jamel, from a young person perspective. Do you think um, um, sometimes like you can bring pain on yourself by making choices, or they don't want to ask somebody the question because it's gonna be what you want to hear. Like if you say, Mike, should I go over this girl house at 10? I said, no,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay,
9 times out of 10, half the pain that we feel is because of us.
okay. So now some people delusional. They think everybody else is wreaking
Yeah.
pain on them, but I was like, some women
Man,
you meet
what?
that dude. I was say some girls they mess with that dude. They know that
Hey,
ain't gonna do right.
hey,
They gonna you know what I'm saying, they gonna do it anyway.
What they
hey,
call it? Young, dumb, and full of you know what?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Mike, them young boys, they
Tell me.
way more advanced in that type of stuff. Like we used to do it. Well, I ain't gonna say we, but people used to do it just to go. They already they didn't mapped out like three or four different things before it even get
But I'm
down to the
saying,
point.
even then though, you still in those map outs, you could bring pain on yourself in between those
Yeah.
points. That's all I'm saying. And you got to be able to be honest with yourself and say, you know what? I brought the pain on myself by entertaining, talking to this person. Not just a girl. I'm talking about just homeboy. Sometimes you hang out with the wrong dude,
Yeah.
and you don't realize he beefing with somebody, and you just roll to the store with him and then shoot out, pop, pop, pop. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you just wanted to get some down laters, and you didn't feel like walking to the store, and you just hopped in the car with him. There go dude right there at the gas station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, it's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that I mean, I'm open with my life.
Oh, so,
I was dealing with somebody who had a crazy baby daddy,
yeah, sure.
and
And she
every
didn't tell you. She probably didn't tell you.
she did, and I still
No, no, no. But
I'm
see, this
about
is the
to
thing.
say.
This is the thing that's funny, right? Because I've dealt with girls like this. They'll say, "Oh, he crazy," but they won't tell you like the depthness of like. Now you don't have to tell me the depth. They won't say, he'll probably come over here while we over here watching TV or something. You know what I'm saying? They won't tell you disclose that kind of stuff. They're, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so
I'm
you just
talking
pretty much
about
put me in harm's way. Like something could have happened. Somebody could have got hurt. I would be in the courtroom or somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking
And
about
that,
this dude was certified crazy dog,
right, for sure.
and I still was like, I don't even care. Come on.
Man.
Mhm.
And then you think about like, man, something could have
But
happened.
the mental
Yeah,
agony that dude put me through, me. I'm not even baby mama, me.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
Talking about making fake pages and trying to trash your boy name on social media, all because I got his baby mama.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's the part I be talking about.
yeah.
Like I done saw the streets for what it is. Social media streets, it's a little
Yeah.
bit different,
I'm
bro. I'm
telling you
trying
about the
to
dating streets. Like, there's some girls out there. They know your
uh,
reputation. If
the
they know you
social media
swing,
streets.
if they
Yeah,
know you swinging at iron, they know you batting 60%, and
like
they know
bro,
that, and the word get out. You
bro,
think they don't want to try that?
bro. The streets is different from the social media streets.
Oh,
Cause
100%.
this
Yeah.
is something you ain't had to deal with like that.
I don't want to deal with it
And the
either.
thing
That's
about it,
that's what I'm trying to tell you. I was
and the
like,
thing
man,
I
about
don't
it,
want to willingly. I don't think. Oh, you got to
the
be crazy
social
to want to
media,
willingly deal with the streets. The trenches. You got to be the willing
yeah,
to deal with it. Yeah, it's something different up
the
there.
social
it's
media streets
it's different.
is different. And the crazy part about it, they don't even have to put a face to the name.
Man, what you said?
But I mean, it's all verbal. Most of the time, social media streets 90% verbal
Mm-mm.
though.
No, man, they be like when
Yeah,
I say this stuff is
90%.
different. Like I was man when we was at McClellan, man. Let me tell you, we was we was at the beginning stages of this stuff. Like I don't know if everybody else paid attention to it. That was the minority back then.
I'm saying the dudes who will actually come and do some physical damage, they was already like that before they got on social media.
It,
That's what I'm saying.
I know
Yeah,
what they're saying.
yeah,
I know what you're
That's
saying.
like the 20%. That's the 20%. The
yeah.
80% of people is just verbal and memes and trolls.
Man, don't think that for 1 second.
Man, okay.
Don't think that for 1 second. Like now, it's probably like that way now. But even just the 20% is overruling the 80%.
I can agree with that. I
Yeah,
wouldn't.
man, like
No,
dang.
but I'm saying also a lot of people on social media though, they really not about the violence. They just like trolling. They get off to just hating on people. They really love that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, didn't we just see that the dude
like
that was taking pictures, the photographer,
that,
he
bro.
was like disabled or something, and somebody was hating on. A lot of people was hating on him and stuff. He kind of
Yeah, that's been
crashed out.
going around the rock.
He
Yeah,
kind of crashed out. And I was like,
Yeah,
man, people gonna hate on you regardless whether you doing good or not doing good. I mean,
yeah.
people
But
probably
just
hating on me, and I'm at the beach. People probably hating on me right now, and I'm at the beach, bro, looking
hey,
at looking at the Gulf of Mexico, and somebody probably hating on me right now. You
listen,
know,
listen. I know what you're saying, but what I'm trying to tell you is like, look, like listen, like Bull Podcast. Just say for instance, like he started making like, okay, I'm making about 5,000 a month. People can do something You wouldn't even know who it is.
Mhm.
They gonna flag his page, flag his page, flag his page. He
Yep,
gonna go from making 5,000 a month to $23. You be like, damn, what happened?
that's real.
Yeah,
What happened?
and that's why
Like
you gotta have more than one source. You gotta get to that point. But yeah, that
I
can happen for sure.
I get, trust me, I get it, but I'm just
You don't think
saying,
they did that to
like
Joe Budden? You don't think they did that to Joe Budden?
they did it, but Joe Budden is like he's like the godfather of social
But what
media.
I'm saying, you can learn from other people's problems and solutions. You can learn from that. That's all I'm saying.
Like, okay, my job make if I got a job and I make 5,000 a month,
Hmm.
but my social media make $15,000 a month.
Hmm.
You know what? I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Hold up.
Dang, dang, hold on. Cause they gonna flag you. Like it's a difference in this social media world. Like people don't realize like some people that's like their main source of income.
It is.
But I would never just make that my main source of income. That's just
It's
me. I
not,
would.
but it's the majority.
Right.
Like dang, like whoa.
Yeah. Mhm.
Like dang, like okay, I
I ain't
make
gonna lie
it.
But
to you.
how many dudes got to tell you don't make that your source of income before you realize you should make that your main
You're
source?
not hearing me. That's like you trying to say like oh, I can't say nothing on social media because they gonna cut my stuff off. When
No, no, I said I can't say no so because I'm building a brand, right?
yeah, that's
Like
your
I can't say I want to go talk to kids in high school and I'm cussing everybody out to come on the podcast. That's what I'm saying.
that no
Because
matter how you
then
want to go
then
around.
now you having a podcast and then you can possibly make money off going around talking to kids and then you can make money off merchandise. Now you got diversification of making
I,
money, right?
I get that part, but you're missing the whole source of it. Like that's my income. Like yeah, I can go and make 1,500 here, 1,500 there, or 2 or 3 thousand. But if I'm getting like 15,000 just off my social commentary,
Boy,
yeah,
But
yeah,
what if you use that as a stepping stone to get to something greater and don't get comfortable with just the
that's
15,000?
yeah, but that's gonna be like later on down the road type stuff. Like
I'm talking about as soon as you start making it, you need to be start thinking it.
yeah,
If you already know that it can happen, that's all I'm saying.
but that's a part of it. Like that's like you saying you got a job right now. Well, I'm gonna leave this one, right? I'm
Yeah,
gonna leave this one.
I think you can do both.
Yeah, but
I just told Tamil as an adult male, you gotta learn how to multitask as
yeah.
an adult male, like a
yeah, that,
computer. You gotta learn
yeah,
how to multitask. You know how you be on the internet, you got like 3 or 4 tabs open. That's kind of like how life is sometimes. Can you run with 3 or 4 tabs open?
man. You see how this social media work? I've been trying to tell you, like this stuff ain't no this. You can't treat it like a part time.
But you can't make it your you can't make it your main source where if something happen, you get cut, you bleed out either though.
That's
I
like
see it.
bro. I'm on my fifth page. I'm on my fifth page, and I'm trying to tell you, like this is different.
It's different. Yeah, I have, well, to piggyback off what Tom's saying,
Yeah.
man, I promise you today, if in a few weeks we blow up, if we making $15,000 off of Facebook, I'm gonna most definitely consider moving some stuff around.
What I'm saying is, if I'm making 15,000, that means that I got some traction. People know my face or they know my brand. People know what's up, right? Something happened, somebody hacked my page, I gotta start from zero. I think I got enough skill now, enough traction where I can start from zero and build it back. I'm not gonna let nobody stop me from doing nothing.
Yeah,
That's just what my mind is.
But
I
at the same
understand
time,
everything that y'all saying. I understand everything that y'all saying. I really do. But that's why you learn. That's why I learned the tech stuff, right? I went and learned the IT stuff. I know how to do this stuff. I don't pay nobody. Like but when you pay people, like we the Pat Bell podcast, he said they stole the podcast from. No, you didn't learn what you need to learn, and it's easy to take something from somebody. You just allowing people to do stuff for you. Now you see him doing it on his own. Now you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they stole it because he didn't have the proper paperwork done. He didn't
Exactly.
have it's a lot to it.
How many contracts do you have to sign to realize you need to have representation to let you know what this means, right? And he been signing eBay contract for years. Crazy, but you know.
But what I would say, if I do find out, or when we do start making 15 bands and up,
Mm.
like you said, Mike, I'm gonna learn how to leverage that thing.
Oh, for sure. We're gonna be
What
man. I started making 15 bands. People know my face. I can't even walk in
merch,
Walmart. Like I can't
merch,
even walk in Walmart. Hey,
collaboration?
Mike,
Hey,
man, that's Mike from NCTM.
and,
Man, we doing live shows. We're gonna be all
and
over Little Rock. We finna paint Little Rock.
that's
There's gonna be
and that's
CTM TV board, billboards, all this stuff.
like what I'm trying to get you prepared for. Yes, we can. You can do it that way, man. You have so much traction, and them they'll hit you just like that.
And I know, cause I've had my first Facebook page when I was running the podcast on there. I woke up one morning, whole page gone.
Gone,
But what I'm saying is, when people know you,
gone.
they know your face and your brand, you
Not,
can literally just start another page and
you're
keep
not.
it moving. You
You're not
can't stop.
hearing.
The hate is real. I get what you're saying. The hate is real, man.
You're not. You're not understanding. You're not understanding when I say when you have to start over like that. It you damn near want to quit because you be like, dang,
I'm trying to tell you, I'm not. They not.
I
I'm not gonna give them the
I didn't
pleasure of
I
seeing me do.
didn't I didn't either. But
Go
when you
ahead.
get to when you get to 100,000
I build
and
it over.
that, yes, and that's what I'm saying. Like when I say I'm on my fifth page, like okay, I had to go through it. I had to.
Yeah, I feel them
So let me
because
ask you this, Bill. Did some of the pain did you cause it? Some of the pain on
I
yourself.
that's what I'm saying. I know what I was doing. I know what I was doing because listen, I was in this from the beginning.
So did you cause some of the pain on yourself? Yes or no? I wish I had that button right now to hit. I
One,
know you don't want to answer.
no, 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 no,
I'm
no,
messing with you. I'm messing
no,
with
because one of them, yeah, I did.
you.
The second one, it was no reason for it. It was no
Cause you
reason for
got
it.
milder now, boy. I know when you first
No,
started, it was no holds barred. I
no,
know.
yeah. When I first started, it was yeah, I was yeah, it was a flag on the play. It was a flag on the play every time.
Mr.
But
Bogus. Mr. Bogus out there, boy. He's
no, because I understood like to understand social media back then and what it's grown to now.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do what everybody else doing though. I'm not saying you
Yeah,
doing it. I'm just saying I'm just gonna do what Mike
but
what Mike do.
that's what I'm saying. Like if I can master everything else, like people don't understand this stuff.
man.
I think you just
I
gotta understand you. You have to understand you and not worry
man,
about other
I didn't work.
what you
Listen,
do.
I didn't work the jobs. I didn't did this. I didn't did that. But what I love is just what I love.
Yeah,
Right, exactly.
And can't
Everybody doing
nobody
something
say
different.
like if I sit up here and I can get up there and really preach the word. I'm talking about really preach the word. Go to the scriptures. Go do this. Go do that. But that ain't what I love. What I love was making people laugh. That's
So do
mine.
you let me ask you, do you think every preacher loves to do that? No. I'll
You
answer for you.
should. You should.
Just because you called to do it, that don't mean
No,
you
you
love to
ain't
do it.
called
The
to do it
calling.
if you don't love it.
Mm,
You're
that's
not
not
called
true.
to do it if you don't love it.
Jonah. In the Bible, Jonah did not love what he was doing.
If you didn't love to do it, you wasn't called.
Did you read the book of Jonah?
What?
Most people that get called by God, they didn't ask for the call. He came and called them.
That's cow.
I don't know what you read there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know nobody that said, "Hey, man, God, what you want me to do?" I ain't see that. Abraham was not. He didn't say that. He said God called him. He talked to him and said, "I need you to leave your
Yeah.
family, go to a foreign land."
Let me say this. Let me say this right quick.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So I feel everything P was saying because I'm going through it right now.
But
When I
mm,
when I started my podcast back,
Hmm.
it's been 6 years
Right.
since I did it
Hmm.
because my page got deleted and my first page it was attached to so much stuff.
Right.
mm,
So starting over, like you said, boy, you want to quit every day, about
mm,
because my podcast was doing numbers,
mm,
and boy, I just started it back. I'm trying to start from scratch, and right now I ain't got no viewers.
it's difficult.
But how I'm counter, you know,
Yeah,
attacking it
counterbalancing it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
uh
Exactly.
staying consistent.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. You learn those things from the previous pages, being consistent, working, building your brand, being recognizable. Because people do it on YouTube all the time. It'll be a dude who have a channel and then he'll leave that channel and start another channel because people know his face. They'll start subscribing to their channel. You just got to build that equity. You know what I'm saying?
And then another thing, I also know um that this time around,
Mm,
uh
mm,
I have other platforms that
mm,
I'm building as well.
mm.
Right. So let me tell you this too. Do you know how many people watch you and don't say nothing and don't support you, but they're around you every day? Think about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So
Yeah.
man, I'm staying consistent because I know the height and I know where I've been before, and I
Right.
know where God can take me even beyond the previous page. See what I'm
Right.
saying?
For sure.
And that trickled into what I'm finna say about what y'all talking about being chosen. Um,
Mhm.
see, I come from a very strong uh, pastoral pedigree.
Sure. I agree. I agree. I co-sign you on that one.
Um, and I know that I'm called to do more than what I mean, we
Yeah.
all know.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you
Uh,
didn't ask for it though. You didn't ask for it
I
though.
didn't ask for it, and
I
here's the
know you
thing,
did.
Mike.
Yeah.
A part of me, a part of me still don't want it.
Yeah.
That's how most people are in the Bible. I'm trying to tell this dude. That's how most people are in the Bible. Jonah didn't want to do that. Jonah had to go get in the belly of the beast, in the belly of the in the sea
Yeah.
But
So my
to get
thing is,
motivated to go do it because he didn't want to do it. He ran further away from
no.
the and he had to get motivated to go back to the call.
But you know what it is? They always say that you're not. It's not that you don't want to do it. It's the simple fact that you don't know how to do it. That's what
But
makes you be like,
but
you know
but,
what?
but when you
You
show
know
God
what?
the faith, the faith is not what is not what you see, it's what you don't see and what you don't know.
Yeah.
And
But
that you're willing to show that you're willing to do it. Even if you don't know it, you're gonna learn along the way. That's the
like,
difference.
yeah,
Taking on the
I,
call.
I
Even when you
always
don't want to do
I always say, yeah, I know my true calling is to preach the word, but the word is what it's gonna be, right?
it. The word is
The word
the
is
Holy
what it's
Bible.
gonna be, right?
Okay. The Holy Bible.
Yeah, that's
The
why
metal.
I'm like, boy, we have a real conversation with God. I
Yeah.
hey, I have to, because I'm like, okay, I know that I'm called. It's
Mm,
the difference from being called and chosen.
Yeah,
mm,
We all called,
yeah.
mm,
Few
but
chosen.
I'm chosen. I've been marked my whole life, bro.
mm,
Bro,
mm.
I'm finna break some stuff down to y'all,
Talk to
bro.
me.
One night I tried to get so drunk just to experience it, and it was like the more I was tasting the nasty liquor,
Mm-hmm.
the more it wouldn't take an effect. The
Mm-hmm.
most it would do, I had a good night's sleep. It's like people, um, certain things that people in my uh peer like my peers, what they do,
Yeah.
I can't do.
Yeah.
Right, right,
I
right.
can't. Now I've never smoked weed, but in the back of my head, if I fired up a joint right now, I'll probably die from coughing.
Yeah,
It's certain things that I know I can't do, and I
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's it's but that's all because I know that I'm different. I was born different. There's certain things that uh some of the whites did before they get right that I can't do.
right.
You know. Uh, so yeah, I know that I'm called. I know I'm chosen. I know that I have a higher plateau with certain things than some people. I know.
Mm-hmm.
When I talk to God, I'm like, okay. And Tom, you're right. It's not the fact that I don't want it. It's the fact that yes, I have great examples ahead of me, great leaders, spiritual, physical, whatever. You know, I have great examples set in front of me. But if God, what God has for me,
Mm.
I can't do it like them.
Yeah. You have to know God for yourself, son. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I can hear
So,
about mother and fathers.
Right.
I have to know God for myself.
Now, what do you think the difference is? Like, what are some of the similarities though? You can't be like them, but what do you think is something that you can evaluate yourself on?
okay,
Results wise. That's what
let's
I'm
take
saying.
let's take our pastor, Bishop Rattle.
Right.
I know that, you know, let me say it like this. The way he breaks down the word
Mm-hmm.
and make it to where an infant can understand it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not there yet.
No, that's his skill. That's his particular skill. You
Exactly.
know what? You know, let me tell you something else. Bishop Willis, he can preach a word in 5 minutes. That's his skill.
Yeah.
At a
So
convocation, he can preach a word in 5 minutes. He can
and
give you a scripture
he did it for years.
and deliver a message in 5 minutes. That's his skill. Guess what? Hanks, he know how to invoke. Like
Yeah.
he can break the word down and he can touch you with real life situations. That's his skill. You have to find your own individual skill. Just like with
Exactly.
me. They don't believe me, like people, but they don't believe me. I be having people laughing in Sunday school stuff. I be thinking I'm talking to y'all now, right?
You
That's
do.
that's probably that's my skill, right? You
You
know what I'm saying?
do.
But you have to understand, like this is like we say we talking about the competition. We all on the same team. There's no competition. But when you align though, that's when you start to move. Like when you align, but it ain't no competition. You have a skill, I have a skill. It like we can't be the Avengers if we all do the same thing. You see what I'm saying?
Right. See,
Everybody.
so where I'm at with it all, I'm like, okay, I know my ministry is gonna look different. I know it.
For sure. Yeah,
I
for
know
sure.
it.
For sure.
And when it's all said and done, it might be through the camera lens. It might
It
be
might
through
be.
here.
Right.
You know.
It might be.
Um, my thing is, uh, when I talk to God about it, I'm like, yo, I don't want to be. I mean, in all honesty, I don't want to be like Bishop Ellis.
No, I don't think nobody do it. It's just you got to
I
be
don't
yourself.
want to be like um Pastor Moore. What's the Saint Mark dude? I
Yeah,
don't want to, I don't want to be like
yeah,
that. I have to
yeah,
have,
yeah.
I have to have the way that God want me to do it.
Hmm.
Like Tone said, I gotta know God for myself. Um, so yeah, it's
Comparison to thief of joy. I'm telling you, comparison is the thief of joy, man.
yeah.
Don't
So
compare yourself to anybody else. Learn God for
oh, never
yourself.
never that, never
Yeah,
that. That's
and
that
then
that's not my problem. My problem is I understand. Like I said, I come from a pastoral Bishop G.E. Patterson.
right.
The
See, I
that's
didn't.
that's my cousin.
That's what made me unique. I didn't. My a lot of the older guys in my family they died before I became of age, right? So you know that's make me a little different. Like at church, no family member, none of my family goes there. You know what I'm saying? Just to be up there and be able to help somebody look at it a different way. I mean, you know what I'm saying? People tell me after Sunday
Yeah,
school, but I never looked at it like that. Like what you said is
yeah,
amazing. But like I said, I'm not trying to be like no. And I grew up in the era where you can't copy nobody else's style because they gonna talk about you crazy. You have to be
yeah,
yourself. Even when we was roasting back then in high school, we had the roast. I did it a different way because I understand different things that's happening. And I'm like Keenan Alvin Wayne. That's my favorite dude growing up, Keenan Alvin Wayne. I mock people. I don't do it on camera, but I mock people all the time. Like I could do a lot of people. You'd be surprised, but I ain't gonna do it. But you know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
yeah,
So
so I understand different people's styles. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yeah.
see the disconnect always been for me, and people always say, "Man, you got a calling on your life. You running from your calling, son. You running." It's not the fact that I'm running. Sure, I ain't running. I'm standing still because I already feel the weight of some of it. I already feel the pressure. You know,
How do you get stronger though? To
huh?
take the weight. How do you see this? Is the thing, right? God kind of showed me when I would be up there cutting the grass and stuff. You have to find ways to develop yourself before you even get to that point to where I want you to be. You have to develop yourself to take the weight. Like you got to find a way to lift the weights. You got to find a way to get it in spiritual shape. So when that I call you off the bench, you ready to go in the game and play instead of having to, still be at a rookie level. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you just gotta have that mindset, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's starting to mind, of course.
And you got to be around the right people too. Sometimes I know me, I
Right.
don't really be around nobody like that. I don't hang with the clique and nothing. I'm just kind of, but I'm a little different like that. But yeah,
Yeah, so in what I did without even knowing that I was preparing myself for anything,
yeah,
I would, like you said, I would surround myself with. I mean, I don't have many friends at all, probably four, three, four, but
yeah,
all of them are real deal Christian minded, forward people.
right,
You know, iron do sharpen iron,
yeah,
but um, I would like fool with them. I would, you know, try to read my word, try to understand it. I have gotten different type of Bibles to get me to understand,
yeah,
uh, you know, and then just being consistent, showing up, you know, going to church, actually going to church, sitting inside of it,
right,
you know, all that has prepared me for it has prepared me for the next level.
yeah,
And then, like I said, um, when I was a few episodes when I was talking about isolation, I feel like my isolation period is coming to an end.
yeah,
You know, God is already pushing me towards some stuff. What people don't know, I'm already being contacted to do some speaking at some spots,
yeah.
and I'm like, oh Lord,
See, but some of because I'm weird. I had to get out of it because being married and stuff and having kids. But man, I'm one of them people, man. Like I will adapt to any situation I'm put in. You can isolate me, it won't break me. Like I'm the type of dude. I got so many memories in my head. You could put me in the whole pitch black dark in my head. It's like a projector running. I'm playing a movie in my head. You see what I'm saying? Like I will not let anything, like, I've been through enough. I've been to the depths of wherever, like, in my head, like, as far as the lowest. I've been there. I've been there. I don't want to go back there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna let nothing or anybody or circumstance stop me from being and becoming better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I tell my wife, they could put me in the hole in jail, dark, pitch black dark, and I'll be in the middle of the floor and watching Looney Tunes in my head. You know what I'm saying? I'm just that crazy. You know what I'm saying? Watching old cartoons that I didn't watch when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like I say the choice. I understand the power of choice and how powerful that is. Like the gift that God gave you to choose. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so
Yeah.
I don't even think about that. I don't think about what does God have, what has God chosen me to be. I don't think about that. I think about I want to develop myself. So if I get to that point, not only will I be able to do that, I can support myself because I have obtained the skills to bring value and provision that I don't even have to worry about everything. Everything's gonna be taken care of because I've developed myself to that point. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. And I'm on the other end of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like dog been through so much. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like I done been through so much. Like to the point that I damn near could speak to everybody on every level,
Yeah.
every level. Besides doing crack, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like literally, man, I can speak to anybody. And then like I try to tell people like, yeah, I used to talk loud. I used to be loud. Could sell you anything, could do anything. And then they shut my voice up. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So now I'm just trying to find it again to where they be like, hey, what you say again? And then once I say it again, like, oh yeah, okay, I understand. Finding your purpose in life is very deep.
It is.
It's very
Yeah.
deep. And people that didn't follow their purpose or follow their dreams or follow any, well, not follow anything, but just follow that was supposed to lead them in certain spaces. They didn't take full advantage of it. Like
No.
it wouldn't matter who I'm talking to. Like I've been I've been in places where it's millionaires and billionaires
Hmm.
that they wouldn't call me Antonio, Tony, Bill. And I'm looking like, damn, how does that son know my name like that?
Hmm.
But the ones that's a little bit below them, as far as financial wise, I was like, damn, they don't even call me none of them at the level that they should know me. So I had to take that's when I had took a step back, and I'm like I know a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff that I need to learn too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't never learn enough, man. That's how I look at
Yeah,
it. You can't never learn enough. But,
yeah, but like
I'm
when
low key, man. Like I say, y'all got way more friends than I got on Facebook and
it's not friends, it's not
people that you know.
friends.
I'm saying people that you know. Like I'm low key like that.
I'm low
Even
key
when I was in
too.
my 20s, very low key. You know what I'm saying?
I'm low key too, but I like I say, man. I went to hold on at 12. Was it 12 years of school?
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
went to about 9 or 10. You know what I'm saying? So of course I know I do this. I don't know them personally, but I know
Yeah.
faces, and they were like, "Yeah, I remember you. I remember you."
Right.
Like for real. And
Like my
this,
bros, like say my bros know me, but as far as being like, this most popular, famous guy, that probably not, low key like that. You know what I'm saying?
but I made sure like every place I went to, you gonna know me. You gonna know me.
I think I just
Like,
didn't care about that. If
Yeah.
you know, that's
mhm.
probably what made me different. I think that I'm just saying that's probably what made me different.
Yes.
I'm just passing through, even with jobs. We was like, man, I'm just passing
Mhm.
through, man. You know how many people I told at jobs like, I don't have time to make friends, man. I'm like 30 some years old. I don't have time to make best friends. Are you kidding me, man? I might
And
not
that's
even be here the next 6 months. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, and that's one of them things. Like I even if I was passing through,
You gonna know.
you gonna know who I am. You
I mean,
know
people
what I'm
still know
saying?
who you are, but you can still be low key. Your
Oh,
impact, you can still impact.
it's plenty of people that didn't pass through. You be like, who was that? Oh, I don't remember him. Yeah, he was working
Yeah.
the same time you was. I was like, yeah,
Yeah. See,
they
I,
do it.
yeah, yeah.
But most
I
people
feel
that I
that.
work with though, like when I went to school and I worked with, like we was cool, you remember. But like say if I wasn't cool with you, like I don't go out of my way to try to, stamp my.
Listen, and that's the same way. I didn't have
I'm
to
just saying, man.
prove nothing to nobody.
One
I was
hundred
just,
percent. That's what I'm
it
saying.
was just it's just me.
Mm,
Like, no, you're gonna know. Like, you didn't ran across me. Like, if anybody I ever worked with, they probably would. They'd be like y'all can call me Peel or like T call me. He was like, Tone,
mm,
Mike, you been knowing me for years. He ain't never called me Tone, but guess what? When him saying that, it's about 30 or 40 other people that will call me Tone. I was like, oh yeah. Cause I see it, okay. It was like Tone. Oh.
Yeah, cause I don't know Peel, but
Yeah.
I know Tom.
It's all in the same, but it's like that's okay. It's like he didn't even have to call me a Tone. He was like, oh, I like, I can see that.
yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Man, we got
But
one more. We got one more topic,
yeah.
and I
Yeah.
say before I
Yeah.
say for the end for a reason. It's lessons I learned too late.
That's good.
I I kick it off. One of the biggest lessons that I've learned too late was staying in a spot too long, and that goes for relationship, job, whatever it is. I've stayed in just a position of life for too long.
Hmm.
Missed out on a lot of stuff, but then a second thought come in my head. But did you really miss out on anything that I feel like I missed out on because I stayed in one spot too long?
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, y'all can chime in.
I know for me, uh, I'm not gonna say I missed out on anything, but I could have been further ahead um, than where I am now. What
Yeah.
I mean by it is like if I would have really like locked down on developing myself academically and like corporately, like really understand that, I would have been further ahead than where I am now. You know what I'm saying? As far as if I didn't want to go to school full time, I could have just took one class a semester, literally just one class a semester, and would have still been done instead of trying to do it all at 40. You know what I'm saying? Um, understanding finding that career path early and getting into it, right? I didn't even know I was gonna be in ITV. To ask me that, I would have said no, but being able to find that and just if I would have been in IT since I was 19, 20 to 40, what that experience is like. You see what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
understand how to stack stuff in your favor. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff, like understanding that starting a Roth IRA account at 16 and putting money in there, I wasn't even gonna miss it where I would be right now. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying it to down myself. I'm saying it to somebody else young can hear this. If you first get a
But
job when you're 16, you don't have to work at the state to start a retirement account. You can start your own Roth IRA account. I think you can put a max up to 7,000 a year or something like that, based on law or something like that. You can do that as early as you get your first job. In every job you work at, you can wire so much money to that account. It's those little detailed things, and you doing that while you in your 20s, so you almost safeguarding yourself against the folly and stuff like that. Instead of dudes of my generation, we didn't even know we can even do something like that. Because I would have done that in a heartbeat if somebody would have told me, no, you can start Roth IRAs. As long as you got a job, you just direct deposit to that account. What? $50, $100 a pay period? What? You 16? You ain't gonna know. You won't even notice that's gone. You know what I'm saying? But I think those little detail things about that, like that discipline, like learning how to deal with women from an ethical place, right? Not just from an opportunist place. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Most young men are not taught that, in my opinion, how to deal with women on that level. You're just dealing with them on opportunity, and sometimes women are dealing with you on opportunity.
hmm,
This dude can take me to Red Lobster. I've never been to Red Lobster in my life, so I'm gonna talk to this dude because he's gonna take me to Red Lobster. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't eat there. I can't. I can't afford to eat there. But if I go out with him, he can take me to the movies and we can go out to eat. You know what I'm saying? Opportunity. So it's like everything's starting to be transactional. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
learning how to have discipline, to not get caught up in that web, of life. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so, you know, to do. So,
And the biggest thing I would learn, what that I would say is like learning how to really use the word friend, because everybody ain't your friend in this.
that's
yeah,
real. Yeah, that's real.
You know,
That's real.
if you're a friend, like you wouldn't be close like that. Like if you're my friend, that means you're gonna be my family. You know what I'm saying?
yep,
Right.
And when I say family, I'm not talking about like just some with things going right type type of
Right.
situations.
Well, I
Like
was just telling them about that. We was talking about loyalty and respect, right? A
yep,
lot of
yeah,
people will be loyal to you till it hit the fan.
yeah.
That ain't cool with that. You know what I'm saying?
You know, like like I said, like man, out of 12 school calendars, it's like I went to 10 schools. You ain't had no father like that. You ain't had no mother like that. So finding friends, that real genuine friends, is like difficult for a lot of people. And there's some people that like they ain't even get a chance to even fully grow like that. So just using the term friend, like it can't be one sided. You know what I'm saying?
no, I can't.
Can't be one sided. And once you figure it out, like damn, this really one sided. Like they just call and ask for something,
Mm-hmm.
or
Real
give
quick,
or give you what's the little conversation they give you before they ask for something? What's it called?
Oh, P, I like your showmanship. I would have signed you right there for 5 heartbeats.
Yeah, man, hey
real.
man, hey man. It's the little small talk, and right before they ask for something, you like, I know you about to ask for something.
Yeah, what you want, man?
You already know it.
What you really want? Yeah.
Like, and that and it's really like how certain things start to happen. Like, T, you doing good. You doing this. You doing everything right, man. You got a great foundation. Just be wary of them little snakes. You know what I'm saying? Be
A real
wary.
friend will challenge you too when you bogus too.
Mm,
A real friend will challenge you even if you don't like it. They
yeah.
say you bugging right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yep.
It might be always he be on my case too a lot, and I be on this case too, cause like, hey man, I understand the trenches. I was like, man, I understand this stuff, and he understand it too. Like, man, but I'm trying to tell you, like, these, like, people are different. Like, you probably didn't went to school with somebody and be like, man, it's good to catch up, and not knowing this person is, man, he's the ruthless person I heard.
Right, for real.
Yeah.
But then again, he be so ruthless, and he still be like, damn, man, I really do need a friend. I was like, damn, man, well, okay.
Yeah.
It's like a catch-22 to it all. You're like, damn, I don't know if I should trust him. Can I trust him? Like,
See? Well I just tell you that. We just talked about that loyalty and respect. I told you. It
Yeah.
get real nuanced real quick, man. You know.
It's real.
it makes it makes you think. Like, damn, man.
Sometimes, man, you respect the person on based on what you know, but you don't know every angle of that person.
Yeah. And but then that person, like, they would fool with you so tough. Like, damn,
Right.
man.
And then you find out this dude is a serial killer. He just
But,
cool to you. You know what I'm saying?
no,
He's
but
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, but then again, like, he probably be the one that that would balance them out. That did balance them out. You're like, damn.
Yeah, for real.
You're like, damn, man. I was like, damn, I ain't know it like that. He was like, yeah, son, it's like this. It's like I had to go through this. I
let
had
me
to
ask
go.
y'all this before we get off here. Let me ask you, I know we probably ran over time, but
Oh, we
do
good.
y'all
Yeah.
think do y'all think Cam, do y'all think he did Stephen A. Smith a disservice by having Jason Whitlock on his podcast, even though that's
Yeah, he
like
missing.
Stephen A. Op? You think he
Ain't
playing both sides of the fence, man?
He is. He missing.
which Cam,
I
Killer
know, right?
Cam.
Cam Newton.
Cam Newton.
Oh no, I ain't watching. I ain't watching.
No, I ain't. Well, I'm just saying. I seen clips of, it, but I'm saying the
I don't,
fact that
nah,
he at odds with Stephen A. They always go at each other, talk crazy to each other, and to have him on your podcast, even though Stephen A. got you on first take. You
like,
know what I'm saying?
That was messy, bro.
Think that was bogus? You think that was bogus?
Yeah, that was messy.
yeah, I ain't watching. I ain't watching.
Yeah, we have to come on your part and talk about that one.
We can do that. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can do that. That'd be cool.
Nah, I ain't watched that one. Dang.
Check it out, man.
Yeah,
But
Jason Whitlock. I don't like him either, but that was messy.
him and what's called beefing or something?
Jason Whitlock and Stephen, they've been beefing for
That's been
years.
beef for years, man. Years.
Yeah, yeah, I ain't know that.
Yeah.
It's like media beef. It ain't nothing crazy. Like they gonna put hands on each other or something, but it's like media beef.
I don't know. They talking a
I
good
don't
game.
ever say. I don't say.
When you
Well,
making
y'all
$10 million
saying,
a year, you don't want to do nothing to damage your PR, bro.
yeah, that's
You don't want
true.
to do nothing to damage your PR.
Oh
When
no,
you make
Stephen A.
20
not
million,
gonna lose that Disney money.
yeah, he not. So what I'm saying it's just social media beef. It's just for clicks and views, bro.
Yeah.
Something for the gram. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
man.
we finna go and wrap this thing up.
Yeah, wrap it up. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Appreciate you, Tone. Appreciate you, Mike, for coming through for fellas
No
night,
problem.
man.
Hey, hit the like and subscribe button. What's the channel?
Whiteout TV, baby. Hey, brick by
Telling
brick,
y'all, everybody from Little Rock, subscribe. He'll be on. You don't have to worry about nobody else.
for real. Brick
We
Yeah,
by
know
brick.
you're
We're gonna
watching.
be we're
We
gonna
know
be in
y'all
this thing.
thousands of people watching it, but you can't hit go to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And follow.
It be like that, bro. But
yeah.
yeah, until next Thursday at 8, it's been real.
Hey, but we
Yeah.
gotta do a Friday and Saturday one.
For sure.
Man, he
Hey.
gonna be cutting grass. He telling you that he gonna be out there cutting grass, man. He gonna tell
Right,
you that,
Yeah.
right.
man. He gonna be
Hey, man, quit telling my business, man.
all right. We could have put a plug in for you to cut grass. See, you just
Hey,
step on your own toe, man. You know what I'm saying?
hey, but You know, hey, it's a late podcast. It's a late podcast.
For sure, for sure. All
Next
right,
next
good
time
people.
I put my face on her.
Yeah, it's
Don't
all good, man. It's all good.
don't y'all send me no weird ass requests either though.
You what got that straight out the Ford City picture with the glasses.
Boy,
Hey,
get up there, boy, bro. All right, good people. It's been real. Good night,
All
y'all.
right, bro.
uh,
This boy.